Bitcoin and Ethereum. What's its next move? Let's find out in the chart, shall we? Just before we started the show, Bitcoin was floating around just below this, made this trend line here, and then it broke out, and we missed the opportunity to show you an amazing trade, but that's okay, right? There's going to be plenty of trades. The market's not going anywhere, so don't worry about it. And so today we're going to be talking about our next trade on Ethereum, which is about to happen, and so you might be able to catch that. So if you're interested in watching all that, and plus talking about, Mastercard, they're actually letting businesses accept crypto, right, as payment and save it on their balance sheet. We're going to be talking about that and more. And if you're excited about that, you're going to sit down, smash the like button, hit the subscribe and bell button and all, and also leave us a little comment. Let me know how you're doing. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun today. All right, my name is Davinci Jeremy. I'm here joined with Inti Campos.
Good morning, people. How are you today?
Man, how you doing, man? Inti, it's early in the morning. I know you're a little tired, but you seem to be waking up now.
Yes, it's early in the morning. It's the worst part of my day. I hate it very, very, very much. But I'm very happy to be in this market, in this big investment opportunity, and I'm pumped, man. I want to hear what are your thoughts on today's action.
All right. Well, before I get into all that, right, I have a little story to tell, right? I want to talk about how I took the day off yesterday, and I was talking to a friend from Canada, right? Longtime friend. We've been friends for 30 years. His name's Danny, and he told me a little story about how he has this. He's a plumber, right? And builds houses and so forth. He has this taper guy. So he's sitting down with the taper guy, shooting stuff, and talking about Bitcoin. The taper guy, he says, I'm making a lot of money trading Bitcoin, right? I got this really cool guru, right? You have to check him out, right? And he's making me money hand over fist. And so he's like, okay, who is this guy, right? And he pulls out his phone. His name is Kerry, is the taper guy. He pulls out his phone and he has me on the phone, right? And both Danny and Rakesh, they started cracking up laughing, right? Like, that's Davinci.
Oh my god.
We've been friends forever, man. Yes, it's funny. It was funny. You know what? I honestly, I was been waiting for that moment when Danny and one of my other good friends in Canada come back to me and say, hey, you know what? Some other person is like watching your show. So yeah, I'm real happy about that. Yeah. All right, well, let's get on with it because I think, I have a few other testimonials, but I'm going to save them for tomorrow, right? I have some cool testimonials from people. And you know what? Why don't you leave some, if you like the show and you're enjoying it, right? Please leave a comment how you're enjoying it and how well you're doing as well in this in the comment section below. Okay, but before we do that, before we get onto the trades, Inti's got a few words to say. What do you got to say, Inti?
Yes, as always, people, it's worth to remind you that this video is for entertainment purposes only, and this is not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money on the market. Oh my god, I started a little bit around down there.
That's all good. All right, so let's head over to the charts and see what we can see. Well, I know that this show is a little delayed, so, I guess only the early morning people really missed this part, so we missed our opportunity to get into a nice trade here. We can see that it's quite. You can see, of course, right, the clear W, right, empty, and it just showed right here, and that's indicated that we were most likely heading higher. Now, I'm a little concerned, right, because we have this big fat trend line that's down here. We have like the 42,000 that's down here, which is where prices like to check the breakout level. So this might be just a 61.8 or 78.6 rollback before we actually go higher. So there might be like a chance where Bitcoin only comes up to 61.8, which look at that, we're almost there. It rolls over and comes back and checks either the 42,000 or the the trend line here before we actually go a lot higher to the 50K. So keep that in mind. Once we get up to 78.6, right? I think this is the line in the sand. Basically, this is where the market has to hold. You can see, look at that. The market has to hold the 78.6. If it doesn't, right? If the bears don't hold it, they are done. They are going to be cooked, fried chicken bears, deep fried bears, basically. And so we don't. So they better get out of the way. If the market does not hold this level, the $47,250 level, you could see that we're going to have some deep fried bears really quickly as price action moves to the 50,000 or above. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. Some deep fried bears. I don't know if is that actually a food delicacy somewhere. Probably it is.
Probably either Russia or Alaska. Those are
Yeah,
two places I
exactly.
can think of.
Oh, exactly. All right, so let's head over to Ethereum, right? But before we do get into Ethereum, because it's really interesting, I think you need to stick around for this Ethereum trade, because this Ethereum trade could make you some serious money, and it seems to be there's lots of evidence that this Ethereum trade is going to play out exactly as I predict. Exactly as I predict. And if you're going to trade this, right, you could do so by typing in bybit.davinci15.com. But I would suggest that, you know what, as long as you have like a decent amount of money or you're very disciplined, before you get onto any of these exchanges, always put in like only just 5% of your total hold portfolio, and then only trade 5% of that inside this whatever you deposit into these exchanges. Only 5% is the maximum you should lose on any one trade. So if you only put in $1,000, you know what, $50 is your maximum you should lose at any one trade. And I'm sorry, yes, you're not going to hit one out of the park. You're not going to have $1 million trade. But that's how you survive this market, is to come back and play another day. And so if you want to play in have a little bit more money than $1,000, you could always, follow the trading bonus right here. And, let's just say you have a lot of Bitcoins lying around. You could just deposit it for a little while, leave it there, and then take it back out to get these trading bonus of $600. And then, you could pump up your portfolio a little bit faster with these trading bonuses, and you can do so with the links in the description below for Femex as well. All right, let's head over to figure out what's going on with Ethereum and how we could trade this. What's going on? Honestly, let's take a look. You know what? I'm looking at this and I see something here. 38.2. Was that a 38.2 retracement from the top here? I don't know. Let's just see. Yes, it was. I mean, I could pretty much eyeball every single Fibonacci level just by looking at the charts now. When you've been staring at charts for so long, you could pretty much eyeball each and every level. And so yeah, we bounced off to 38.2, right? If we head up to the top here, you can see that a breakout, right, will take us to, let's see here. I'm going to draw a line from here. Right? Let's just say from here to there, right? And that should take us, a breakout should take us approximately, I would say, the 32,000. Look at that. The 2,200. Look at it. The 2,200 level. What's there? That's right. 1.618. That's right. Yes, you see it. You see it clearly there. The 1.618. But wait, there's more. There's more. All right. So if we were to do an AB equals CD, right? We'd do it from, a nice clear Wing pattern, right? It's just a nice clear W pattern right here. And let's do that right now. AB equals CD, right? And we're going to take this, clone it, Control C, V, right? And then boom, put it right here. And let's see where that takes us. That's right. And that's right. It is the $2,200 level. All right, now I'm interested to know, right? Because you can see there's actually now I just realized that you can see an AB, not AB, a head and shoulders pattern emerging in Ethereum there. Can you see the head and shoulders pattern in T? It's not the greatest.
Uh, Not the
It's not the greatest,
greatest.
but it's there.
It's too
It's
steep
there.
for my liking, right? I needed to go a little bit more down in order to like tell this is an actual head and shoulders.
And I like this. This is good enough. I don't like these angled head and shoulders, but they do count. So yeah, as you can see, right, this head and shoulders actually, right, from the top, from the neckline, right, to the head, right, you can go, all right, just like you do a W, right, because this looks like a W too, right, and you take that from the breakout, right, and what do we have? What do we see there? What is that? Oh yeah, that's right. It's 1.618. Now, what does that mean, right? When you have that much confluences, what does that mean? It's a free win. Right? It's free. It's free. It's absolutely free, practically. I mean, yeah, true. Anything can happen. You could, this thing could break back down. Yeah, and oh my goodness, right? You could lose your money, so you can never ever say, oh yeah, this is a sure thing. I'm gonna bet my whole stack, 100x leverage. No, 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 no. Right? What you're gonna do when you trade this, right? I'm gonna show you, right? Because anything can happen, and you have to accept that, and you're gonna only bet the 5%, even though this looks like, oh my goodness, how could I lose? Right? Yes, you can. You can lose. Nothing is guaranteed in this world of trading. You only have to just trade with, basically use the TA and then say, hey, you know what? I'm going to accept that I'm going to lose this trade, and I'm only putting in 5% on the market, and that's that. So if you want to trade this one, you'd go long, right? And at this point, at the breakout level, basically, and we would go all the way up to our target, right, which is the 1.618. Maybe we might want to go a little bit below it, right, or a bit, but even a bit above is fine. But you know what, just to be on the safe side, and then we take our tool so that we have a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio at the least, and so there would be our stop loss. Hey, you know what? If price comes back down, this is where I'm gonna take a loss and walk away from this trade. And you have to accept that the market might do that to you, right? It might come back down and stop you. Now, some people might say, well, I want, you know what, Mr. D, I want to take this trade right now. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna take this trade right now. And you can. And you know what? But I've noticed more often than not when I've taken a trade that hasn't broken out, it tends to like really get on, really just do the opposite for me. So it's up to you, right? And if you're willing to do that, right, you could always move your stop loss and start your and you could add a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio if you do that from here as well. So that's fine. Well, it looks like a 4-to-1, and you could just risk to the same spot, right? And go, hey, you know what? I'm only gonna risk like $50. It's not much. I'm willing to accept it, and the responsibility if this is wrong. And yeah, and then look, it's actually a almost a 5-to-1, right? If we actually bring this down a little bit more, oops, it's almost a 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio there. So it's hey, it might be worth the risk, right? Right, because you're gonna get 5x more your money if it does if this does turn out well. All right, so that is that is your choice. So those are your options for today's trades. All right. With that said, right, if you do join in on, if you do follow my links, right, because you can follow Chris's, you can follow Car from the Moons, you can follow Ivan on Text, links to referral links to their exchanges, and yeah, no, if you want to help those channels out, that's great. I appreciate that. But if you want to help my channel out and help yourself with the DJ15 as a DJ15 token holder, right? If you hold one of these tokens, right, you may be getting a higher reward because you know what? I take a percentage of my revenue and I buy up this token and I burn it. So, hey, you know what? If you want to join in the revenue sharing of how much I make from all these different exchanges, right? You can do so by owning a little bit of the DJ15 token. And so, yeah, that's one way to actually help yourself and help the channel, right? You could also head over to dj15.com and join my Telegram group, right, where we talk about different trades. And Inti has a bunch of trades that he's executed, and he's noticed that he's getting 55% on his trades, and you know what? That makes a good trader. Just have to be able to accept those losses. But if you're always doing 2-to-1 on the risk to reward ratio, you're making money. You're making more money than you're losing. So, isn't that right, Inti?
Yes, it is.
So yeah, that's so if you want to join and see how these real professional trades, yeah, come on in and take a look on my Telegram group and find out more. Also, keep in mind if you just want to join the live stream, right? Because you join the live stream, when you do become a part of the DJ15 DJ15.com Telegram group, you get to watch this action live, right? On time at 8 o'clock every morning. So check that out. And also, if you want to watch it, you can watch it also by purchasing the DJ15 token. And, you know, to just have to do a little bit of work because, you know what? I only want elite group people who are willing to work hard by signing a message and joining the group. So yeah, and you'll also participate in that stream. But if you really don't want to do all that work, you can always just watch it on Twitch because we do broadcast on Twitch. Okay. With that said, let's head over to our stories of today. Jim Cramer, Mad Money, says Tesla's PayPal, Mastercard are pushing Bitcoin more into the mainstream. Yes, they are. But the key thing is what he said here. This is what he said in this video. I'm going to play a little bit.
There's a way to be able to have a pastiche of things that you should do your cash with. I'm all for it. I think it's almost irresponsible not to include it. Every treasurer should be going to boards of directors and saying, should we put a small portion of our cash in Bitcoin? It seems to be an interesting way to hedge against the rest of the environment. Nice hedge against fiat currency. But
There we go. That's it. So this is a key thing, right? Now that Tesla's done this, right? Now that Tesla's purchased Bitcoin and also plan to actually accept Bitcoin for their assets, this has opened a floodgates, absolute floodgates of corporations, investment funds, all protecting their cash holdings with Bitcoin. Because now they're going to look stupid if the smartest man, the richest man in the world, goes and does that, and he makes a bunch of money, and they don't. Yeah, they're definitely just gonna fall in line, roll in one after the other, and you know what, Mastercard, well, you know what, they're here to help. They're fighting this. I remember when Mastercard was first fighting this in 2017. I mean, they were like, well, why would anybody need these digital currencies? It doesn't make any sense. They should be outlawed. It should be illegal. You shouldn't be allowed to use these things. Now, it's like, oh, by the way, if your corporation or business wants to accept Bitcoin as payment, we'll deal with that for you. We'll handle that for you. We'll deal with that for you this year. Don't worry. Just hang on. We're coming. The world has changed so dramatically. From when I first got into Bitcoin and people were laughing and calling it a shaltcoin. That was the first shaltcoin, was Bitcoin. And yeah, I'm like, I can't believe it. I can't believe we're here. We are actually here. It's almost as if part of me thinks that this might be a plot against the Bitcoin that I'm not seeing, because it's all happening so fast, right? And without government, there isn't sufficient government backlash. The only thing I've seen, right? The only problem is I bet you they're not going to let you cash out your crypto into your wallet. I bet you that's what they're going to do, because that's the only regulation right now that's holding, that they could pull off to hold this thing back. And so PayPal's done it already, so maybe these guys will do the same thing. Yeah, you could get it, you could receive crypto, you just can't spend it into your wallet. You can't receive it into your wallet, but you can spend it at some place else that Mastercard is accepted, or something like that, or something silly like that. So don't be surprised about that. All right. Well, before I close the show, right, I want to take a look at the Bitcoin dominance. Yeah, just like exactly as I predicted. Exactly as I predicted. The dominance is just, bouncing up and down in this range here, right? It's gonna do that for a while. But once it breaks here, that's it, right? I think once we break this trend line, or this little blue trend line that you can barely see, I think that's it. The bottom's going to drop out. We're heading all the way to 44%. And that's going to be crazy. We're going to see alts doing 1,000x here, 1,000x there. Unbelievable. Absolutely unreal, right? Because everybody is like looking at Bitcoin and thinking it's too expensive, thinking that they've missed the boat. It's already 10x from here. Absolutely incredible, man. I can't believe it, man. Oh wow, it is going to be a fun time for crypto investors. You're going to have a lot of fun. Isn't that right, T? Everybody's going to have a lot of fun. Man, so yeah, thank you all for watching. We're going to be doing the question and answer periods just now, right at the end of the show. So if you want to see those question and answers, you can see them on my alternative channel, right? Links are in the description below. Also, if you speak other languages like Spanish, German, and Russian, there's also those channels available. Please share them with your friends. And the links are also in the description below. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. Just remember, Bitcoin's real. Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Cheers, people.
Bye.